What's up guys, Brad here, and today we're going to be reviewing cards from Murder at Castle Nathria, the newest expansion that comes out August 2nd. And today is July 20th, so all the cards were just released. So we got a little bit of time to review them and do some, theory crafting and whatnot. Anyways, let's talk about the keywords, which is Infuse. And basically, if you have an Infuse card, it will have a number next to it. So let's just say it's Infuse 3. 3 minions on the board are killed off. Well, 3 friendly minions on the board are killed off, and the infused card is in your hand. You will then get the infused text along with whatever else is there. So usually it's a more powerful version of the card, the same card. And then locations are played on the battlefield for their initial cost, and then they have durability. So basically you can activate the ability right away, and then you have a cooldown after that, and you can use the ability as much durability as there is, but you have that cooldown effect. But if you skip a turn, you can use it the next turn. There is no cooldown. So anyways, let's jump into it. First off, we got Demon Hunter. We have Artificer, Zymox, 8 mana, 8/8 with Battlecry, Discover, and cast a Relic, which the relics are over here. We'll go through those in a second. And Infuse 5 is cast all 3 instead. So the relics are Relic of Dimensions, a 5 mana spell where draw 2 cards and reduce their cost by 1. Improve your future relics. So pretty sure every time you cast a relic, it increases that number. So you reduce their cost by 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. And then you got Relic of Phantasms. So this is a 3 cost spell with summon 2 1/1 spirits, improve your future relics, so it becomes 2/2, 3/3, 4/4, I believe. And then the final one is Relic of Extinction, 2 mana spell, deal 1 damage to a random enemy minion twice, improve your future relics. So it deals 2 damage to a random enemy twice, 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth. I think this card is pretty solid if you get the infuse off. If you don't, it's I don't think it's as powerful. That's all. So you do get to choose which one you want, which is kind of nice. So if you play it and you need the card draw, or you want some minions, you need to do a little damage on the board, you obviously have options. But overall, I just don't feel like this really hits what Demon Hunter wants to do. It's a little bit slow, so I'm going to give it 3 stars. I think it's just mediocre, Next, we have Crysics the Voracious. I think that's how you say it. 4 mana 7/7 with Battlecry, discard your hand, and Death Rattle, draw 3 cards. So this card is just straight up awesome. 4 mana 7/7, honestly, with not much of a downside. So basically, you're playing Zoo Demon Hunter. Super low cost minions, and this is probably the high end of it. I love it. Just be able to draw 3 cards with a 4 mana 7/7 is awesome. So I honestly think that this is pretty high up there. Let's just take a quick glance at the rest of the cards here before I make my assumption, because I want to see if anything kind of fits in here. Yeah, I'm gonna say Demon Hunter probably gonna be pretty good. I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I was debating on, do I give it 5, but yeah. And honestly, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna drop Artificer Zymox down to 2 stars. I think it's kind of more of a meme card. And we'll give it Voracious. We're gonna give him 4 stars. I think that the tempo style Demon Hunter would be pretty good. So now we got Relic of Dimensions. We already talked about this. Draw 2 cards, reduce their cost. Skullfield Dan, obviously, is pretty similar. This could be, as good, if not better, once you play enough relics. So, with the Relic Vault location, which is down here, we'll get to. Basically, it just doubles your relic that you cast. I'm thinking this is pretty decent. I'm going to give it 3 stars. I think this one's okay. I think it's not bad. Next, we have Sinful Brand, 1 mana spell. Brand an enemy minion. Whenever it takes damage, deal 2 damage to the enemy hero. Okay, so this becomes nice if you are going against an opponent that's playing something with high health, and you're just going to chuck little 1/1 tokens at it, and you're still going to be able to get through doing some damage. Nice. Realistically, though, I'm going to take a wild guess that this isn't going to be super useful. I'm taking that guess because usually people don't have stuff that's that tanky to deal with. So I'm going to give it 1 star. I think it's actually like that bad. It's an interesting concept, but I don't think it's actually going to see any play. Relic Vault is the location for 3 mana with 2 durability, and the relics you play this turn cast twice. I think kind of similarly with the relics. I think that this isn't the ideal way to play Demon Hunter. I think you're going to want to play that super fast, aggressive Demon Hunter, and I don't think the relics actually fit into that. Because this is essentially on that turn a 3 mana do nothing. So for that, I'm going to give it 3 stars though, because I do think that this Relic Demon Hunter will be okay. Next we have Relic of Phantasms, the 3 mana spell, summon 2 1/1 spirits, improve your future relics. So I think this one, I honestly think this one might be the weaker card out of the bunch, but I could be wrong. I mean, technically, if you've cast 3 before, it's 4 4s, 2 4/4s. So I don't know, but same thing. So goes to 3 stars because it's just one of the relic cones. Dispose of Evidence, 0 mana spell. Give your hero +3 attack this turn. Choose a card in your hand to shuffle into your deck. So, my guess is this kind of works with the Crysics deck. I'm thinking you're playing something where you don't care about putting cards back in your deck because you're going to draw enough and you're going to be discarding them anyways. And it's a cheap spell. Huh. Yeah, I think that's not too bad. I don't think it's too bad. I don't know if it fits into that deck though. I think this is like the card that you experiment with that could make it into the aggressive Demon Hunter deck, but there's a chance that it might not. Just because I don't know if you want to give up, like, you'd have to have the Magnifying Glaive, which is next to it, in order to draw your cards and whatnot. So I don't know. Let me check this one out. You know what? I'm gonna say it does fit into it. I'm making the executive decision. I'm gonna give it the 4 stars because I think this fits into that deck. I think you're just playing super hyper aggressive, and this does fit into it. So we'll give it 4 stars. Magnifying Glaive, 3 mana 2/2 with after weapon, and after your hero attacks, draw until you have 3 cards. So basically, what I was saying is you're playing essentially 1, 2, and 3 minions, and spells obviously, but you're probably primarily playing 1 and 2 cost cards, and then you want to dump your hand, play something like Magnifying Glaive, play your Crysics, and be able to draw the cards from the Death Rattle or attack in the face. So same thing, I think 4 stars. Pretty good card. And then Relic of Extinction, 2 mana spell with deal 1 damage to a random enemy minion twice for future relics. So yeah, this fits into that relic deck I was talking about. So 3 stars. I don't think it's that great. I'm not a huge relic fan. And then the final minion is Bibliomite, a 2 mana 4/4 with Battlecry. Choose a card in your hand to shuffle into your deck. So it does fit. This is, same stat line as Millhouse Manastorm, with a not very big downside, honestly. I do like it. So yeah, I mean, obviously it fits into the deck, so I'll give it 4 stars. But overall, Demon Hunter, I think it's okay. I've never been a big Demon Hunter guy, but I'll probably try it out, because why not? I try out everything anyways. Next up is Druid. So Cecily Of the Fey Court, 8 mana, 8/8 with Taunt and Death Rattle. Draw a minion, reduce its cost by 8. So Big Druid is coming along, and let's check out a couple things before we make decisions. This is something different for me. I'm actually looking ahead, not just judging the card and that's it. So we've got obviously the guy right here, the big boy. We've got this dude. We've got Hedge Maze. Okay, so based on what I'm seeing, I like it. I love big boys. Big, anything to me is huge. So I'm gonna give it 4 stars also. I think that this deck is pretty solid, but I'm thinking it's gonna be probably a bit on the slow side. So it, yeah, I still think it's slow. I think it's just a tad slow. So we'll give it 4 stars. Basically, there's a lot of minions you want to hit. You're playing this Death Rattle, big minion Druid. You're gonna be struggling early game, except you have stuff like the Widow Bloom Seedsman. But if you draw this card, for example, it kind of sucks. It feels really bad. So, yeah, I'd have to definitely, do the theory crafting into this and really debate on it. But I think it probably still fits in there. But anyways, we're getting ahead of ourselves. So 4 stars for that. Topior the Shrubbagazer. Wow, that's quite the name. A 7 mana 5/5 dragon with battle cry. For the rest of the game, after you cast a nature spell, summon a 3/3 whelp with rush. So this is actually different. I don't think this fits into the same deck, personally. So I think you're playing a super spell heavy, and then you're ramping up to this, and then dropping all the spells to try to flood the board constantly. I think it's interesting. I don't know if it's going to do as well. Let me look quick. I'm gonna go back on it after looking at the cards quick. I was looking at like the Hedge Maze and this guy with the Death Rattle stuff. I didn't really look at these cards. Now I'm looking at it. I think the Big Druid is gonna be a 3-star. And Topior is going to be 4-star. That's what I'm thinking. So, yeah, it just seems like that probably fits a little bit better. Yeah. Anyways, so Convoke the Spirit's a 10 mana spell that's nature, and cast 8 random Druid spells, targets chosen randomly. So this is like the Yogg-Saron Druid spell, right? I'm not a huge fan of this. I don't feel like this is going to be as good as what we're hoping for. So I'm gonna give it 2 stars. It's clearly a meme card, to me at least. It's probably gonna be that card that I hate the most, and it's gonna need to be nerfed. So yeah, 2 stars up. Widow Bloom Seedsman, 4 mana 3/2 with Battlecry. Draw a nature spell and gain an empty mana crystal. So here's the thing, this fits into both decks and even more. So Widow's Bloom Seedsman is a 5-star card. This is probably the best thing that Druid needs. It draws a card and gives you a mana crystal and a body. So it does everything Druid would want. Ramping, drawing. It's a body too. I mean, it's not a good body, but it's a body. So I'm gonna give him 5 stars. Nightshade Bud, an 8 mana nature spell with choose 1. Discover a minion from your deck to summon or a spell to cast. Here's the thing. I think this is a bit slow, personally. Now, you could try to do something funky and cheat out something, I guess, or you can have some way to get both choose 1 abilities to go off at the same time, but I think that's a little bit much. I'm gonna say this is probably in the 3-star category. Probably fits in that Big Druid, and yeah, I don't think it's gonna go into that the nature one with the spells. Hedge Maze, the 3 mana location trigger a friendly minion's Death Rattle, and with 2 durability. So this one, same thing. It goes in that Death Rattle big Druid, I believe. So we'll give it 3 stars. Plot of Sin, 3 mana nature spell with summon 2 2/2 treants and infuse 5 2 5/5 ancients instead. So honestly, we've seen Landscaping, I believe it was called, which was a 3 mana with summon 2 2/2 treants before, and it's a perfectly fine card. I mean, it's a 3 mana 4/4 essentially. Yeah, I mean, I think this is definitely gonna be played into the decks all over. So I'll give it 4 stars. Death Blossom Womper, 6 mana 7/6 with Battlecry, draw a Death Rattle minion and gain its Death Rattle. So I love this card, honestly. I think this is amazing, and once we get to the theory crafting, it'll probably come more to light. But as of right now, reading it, I still think it's a 3-star card. But who knows? That deck could get better based on some Death Rattles that I'm not thinking of. So yeah. Natural Causes, 2 mana nature spell with deal 2 damage and summon a 2/2 treant. I love it. I really like it a lot. 4 stars. Simple, plain and simple. 2/2 and deal 2 damage. Yep. Great card. 4 stars. Planted Evidence, 1 mana nature spell with discover a spell. It costs 2 less this turn. Gives you versatility and whatnot, so I like it. Honestly, it'll probably fit into more decks than not. So I honestly think that this is also another 5-star card. I think that you're going to see Widowbloom, Seedsman, and Planted Evidence be put into almost every Druid deck going forward. But I could be wrong. We'll see. I like to make some kind of ballsy choices anyways. But overall, I honestly really like Druid spot. I like it better than Demon Hunter personally. So let's go on to the Hunter. Hunter has a 7 mana 5/4 legendary Huntsman Altimore. With Battlecry, summon a Gargon Companion. Infuse 4 is summon another, and infuse 8 is an another. What the hell is a Gargon Companion? That's what I want to know. Gargon Companion. All right, here we go. So Stonebound Gargon is a 4 mana 3/5 infused. Rush also damages the. Is that what it is? Gargon Companion. What the hell is a Gargon Companion? Well, let's go here. Spelled it wrong. Alright, we're going live with it. So the actual Hearthstone, Hearthstone sometimes has the cards laid out a little bit better. Paladin, Warrior, Shaman, Rogue, Druid, Hunter. Here we go. Gargon Companion is... Okay, so it's a 3 mana 4/4 with Taunt. A 3 mana 2/4. So it's basically Misha, Huffer, and Leok. That's all it is. Alright, we'll leave this up just in case we need to go back to this page. So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty solid. I just think the Infuse is a bit tough. The hit 8 Infuse might be a little hard. I'm going to say it's a 3-star card. I think it's pretty tough to hit 8, and that would be, like, really awesome. But, yeah, I'm not in love with it. Arlon is a 5 mana 4/5 legendary. With Battlecry, summon 1 of each dormant Wild Seeds. So I know the Wild Seeds. So that is the Stag Spirit Wild Seed, which is a 3 mana 5/4 beast with dormant for 3 turns. When this awakens, equipped to 4/2 Great Bow. The Bear Spirit Wild Seed is a 2 mana 2/5 dormant for 2 turns with taunt. And the Fox Spirit Wild Seed is a 1 mana 3/1 beast with dormant for 1 turn and rush. So yeah, now that is insane value. Actually, stupid amount of value. That's at least what I feel, right? So I don't feel like you mind too much because of its, it's 5 mana 4/5, and then the next turn you get the 3/1 with rush, and so on and so forth. So yeah, and then it kind of goes on from there. So there's also a good amount of Wild Seed, I guess synergies along with it. So I'm going to give it 5 stars because I think this Wild Seeds deck is going to be kind of crazy busted, and it's mainly because of the Spirit Poacher that I saw before. But anyways, Wild Spirits is a nature spell for 3 mana, which summon 2 different dormant wild seeds and make your wild seeds awaken 1 turn sooner, so you get to ramp them forward a little bit more. Yeah, also 5 stars, because it fits in there. Stag Charge, 3 mana spell would deal 3 damage and summon a random dormant wild seed. So this one I think is the weakest one. I'm going to give this one 4 stars because I think it's the most likely to get cut. But it's still pretty powerful if it makes a deck. So just because of that, I'm going to give it 4 stars. Collateral Damage, an 8 mana spell, deals 6 damage to 3 random enemy minions. Excess damage hits the enemy hero. Wow. A bit much and a bit expensive, right? That's how I feel. I'm gonna say 1 star. I think that's pretty expensive. I mean, yeah, you could do a lot of damage, but at 8 mana, I'm probably trying to do something else than just do, you know, maybe like 6 damage to the face. Clear 3 guys off and 6 damage to the face. Like, it seems a little bit rough, right? Let's say we do 4 damage to each target. I don't know. You know, maybe you get some spell damage stuff and it goes off, but that's just me. Castle Kennels, 2 mana location with 3 durability. Give a friendly minion +2 attack. If it's a beast, give it rush. So, yeah, this is pretty nice also. Cheap one as well. But, I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling about it. I'm going to give it 2 stars. Kind of like meh about it. So, I always do meh and meme together. So I'm gonna give it 2 stars. I don't think it's trash, but I'm not loving it. I know it'll get better like at some point, but right now it could be a 3-star card, but 2 stars for now. Spirit Poacher, 2 mana 2/2 with battle card, summon a random dormant wild seed. So this is the one I think is insane. Early on, let's just say you get the biggest guy, right? You get the Stag Spirit Wild Seed. So you gotta wait 3 turns, but you get a 4/2 bow plus a 5/4 body. And you already played a 2/2 body from before, right? I mean, it's kind of insane value. Honestly, any of them is insane value, which is why these wild seeds are nuts to me, right? Yeah, it's 5 stars. I absolutely think that these are going to be kind of nutty. Stonebound Gargan is a 4 mana 3/5 beast with rush and infuse 3. Also damage the minions next to whomever this attacks. So it's got the cleave effect if you infuse it. And the infuse is probably easy enough, I think. I like the card, but I don't know if it fits into that deck. I'm going to give it 3 stars. Frenzied Fangs, 2 mana spell, summon 2 2/1 bats, infuse 3, give them +1/+2. So, yeah, I mean, it's okay. Obviously, if you infuse it, it's a 2 mana 6/6, basically. 2 3/3s. But it's kind of hard to infuse 3 on turn 2, right? So this is definitely not a turn 2 play. That's the one thing that kind of sucks, I would say. But I still think it's pretty good. I'm going to give it 3 stars. And Baddie Guest is a 1 mana 1/1 Death Rattle. Summon a 2/1 bat. I really like this card. I like it a lot. I'm going to give it 5 stars also. I think it fits right into the Spirit Poacher Dormant Wild Seed deck. And plus it's a 1 mana 1/1 with that's like annoying and sticky. So yeah, it fits in perfectly. So yeah, overall I'm not loving the one guy, but I think that the hunter is going to be a little bit scary. I don't love the cards, but I know how powerful they're going to be. At least I think how powerful they're going to be. So next up, we go to Mage. So Mage honestly is one that I was very excited about from watching the one video with Brian Kibler. So should be exciting. So we've got Kel'thuzad, the Inevitable, 8 mana 6/8 Battlecry, resurrect your volatile skeletons. Any that can't fit on the board instantly explode. So the volatile skeletons honestly are like, this is like one of my favorite decks, I think. I don't think it's going to be very good, but I am very excited about it. So, The Volatile Skeletons, let's go. Actually, it might just be right here. Volatile Skeletons are right here. Is a 2-mana 2/2 with Death Rattle. Deal 2 damage to a random enemy. So it can hit face, it can hit anything. Thing is, now you can get some crazy flood the board, maybe like a brand with Kel'thuzad if you get like a coin or something like that, right? But I'm thinking it's probably not going to be as good as what I'm hoping, but I'm definitely going to be trying it out. So I'm going to give it 3 stars just because I think it's not going to be great, but I think it's going to be mediocre. Like, it's going to be something you see once in a while, but not too often. People having fun, right? Maybe it'll be super toxic and I'll hate myself for liking this right now. Orion Mansion Manager, a 4-mana 3/5 legendary. After a friendly secret is revealed, cast a different mage secret and gain +2/+2. I don't know if this cast from your deck. I think it just cast a random one, so you just get a random secret. I don't think this will see any play. I could be wrong. I feel like I'm always wrong on secrets, man. Like, secrets to me just don't get along. But I don't see this getting any play. And this is all in standard, obviously, so I'm going to give it 1 star. I don't see it at all right now. Maybe in the future. Vengeful Visage, 3-mana secret with, that is, after an enemy minion attacks your hero, summon a copy of it, attack the enemy hero. It's okay. Honestly, I don't think it's that great. I'm gonna give it 2 stars. I think it's kind of meh. So yeah. Solid Alibi is 2-mana frost spell, and until your next turn, your hero can only take 1 damage at a time. So, you know, kind of a way to hold down your health a little bit. If you're getting zerged down by some, you know, hunters or something like that, right? But I don't know how much this is going to be played. I don't know. Maybe it will. I mean, people play Ice Block, but I don't know. Maybe it will. I'm going to give it 3 stars. I think there's a chance, but I'm not 100% sold onto it. Deathborn, a 6-mana frost spell, will deal 2 damage to all minions. Summon a 2/2 volatile skeleton for each killed. The only thing with this is I feel like it's a bit expensive. If this was like 5 mana, I feel like it would be like pretty powerful. But 6 mana, it's like, oof. I don't know. I know obviously if you play this and you kill your own volatile skeletons, it just creates more volatile skeletons, which is nice. But I don't know. It's a tough one. I'm still gonna put it in the 3-star slot because I think you play every single volatile skeleton card to try to create more volatile skeletons for this deck. Overall, I'm not my favorite. Next, we got the Location, which is Nightclub Sanctum. 3 mana with 3 durability, and freeze a minion and summon a 2/2 volatile skeleton. Same thing. I don't think it's amazing. You get to stall out a little bit, and then you get the volatile skeleton, but 3 stars. Suspicious Alchemist, 1 mana, 1/3, battlecry, discover a spell. If your opponent guesses your choice, they get a copy. Ooh, it's kind of rough. So you gotta play some mind games there, unless you just don't care that they get your card. But overall, I honestly think that fits into more mage decks than probably not. So I'm actually gonna probably give that one 4 stars. Chatty Bartender, 4 mana, 4/4. At the end of your turn, if you control a secret, deal 2 damage to all enemies. It's a bit expensive, and unless you have like secrets that don't get triggered easily or whatnot, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the secret stuff. I'm gonna give it 2 stars. Alright, final few is Cold Case, 4 mana frost spell. Summon 2/2 volatile skeletons and gain 4 armor. Yep, so it fits in the volatile skeleton. Get a little armor. I don't think it's that bad. I mean, 4 mana 4/4 and gain 4 armor. I would say it's not terrible. You know, I'll give it 3 stars too. And the Frozen Touch is a 2 mana frost spell. Deal 3 damage, infuse 3, add a Frozen Touch to your hand, so you can kind of infinitely keep this going if you kill enough minions off, preferably volatile skeletons. But I don't know if this one fits in. It kind of does, but tough to say. because you need a lot of minions for that. So I'm gonna give it 2 stars. Overall, I think this is gonna be a very fun deck to create and play, but the volatile skeleton one. But overall, Mage pretty lackluster to me. Next we have Paladin. So here we got Stuart the Steward. 3 mana, 3/3 Death Rattle. Give your next Silverhand recruit. You summon a +3/+3 and this Death Rattle. You get a 4/4 Silverhand recruit, and when it dies until it's silenced, you basically get 4/4 Silverhand recruits. Well, 4/4 Silverhand recruit will always be on the board if one dies. So interesting. Let me look quick. Yeah, I mean, I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Shoot 5. Okay, we'll get to that card later on. I was reading the Divine Toll card. It's a weird one. All right, Through the Steward. I'm kind of feeling pretty meh about it. I don't know how much I'm liking this. I think the big one is Sinful Sous Chef. And 2 Silverhand recruits to your hand. That's like the real big one there. But I'll give it 3 stars. I think it's pretty solid, but it could be really annoying. It depends on how well the Silverhand recruits end up doing. Counts as 7 mana, 7/7 Battlecry. If your deck has no neutral cards, add 3 legendary invitations to your hand. What are the legendary invitations? A legendary invitation is discover a legendary minion from another class. It costs 0. So a 3 mana legendary, basically, from another class. Yeah, I always think that the pure Paladin has been pretty solid. And based on that and elitist snob, from what we've seen, I think this is gonna be something. Let me look at some other stuff here. Yeah, man, it's tough to say. It's tough to say because I'd have to really crunch some stuff down. I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I think the pure Paladin is gonna be kind of nutty. It could be even better, but 4 stars for now. I think it's solid. Lead Snob, 5 mana, 3/4 Battlecry. So by the way, this card was a 4/4 when Brian Kibler played that match with the Volatile Skeleton Mage, and they nerfed it after. I think that's kind of funny. So Battlecry: for each Paladin card in your hand, randomly gain Divine Shield, Lifesteal, Rush, or Taunt. I believe if you have, I don't believe you will like triple down on Divine Shield or something. I think you will get a different one if you already get Divine Shield. So basically, you just need 4 cards in your hand. That's Paladin, and you've got all of them, which is pretty good. There's a reason why I think this was nerfed, and I think it's pretty solid. So pure Paladin, 4 stars. I think it's good. Promotion, the 1 mana spell, give a Silverhand recruit +3/+3. And I mean, here's the thing: you got to play. So this basically can't really be played until turn 3, unless you have the coin and a dude. Yeah, I mean, it's good stats. Don't get me wrong; it's good stats. But how are you feeling about playing turn 3 hero power plus promotion? I don't know. I don't know how much I love it. I'm still gonna give it 3 stars because the dude Paladin I think is gonna be like that. Divine Toll, 7 mana holy spell. This is the one that's crazy. Shoot 5 rays at random minions. You give friendly minions +2/+2 and deal 2 damage to enemy minions. What? Basically 10/10 stats if it hits all friendly stuff. Yeah, or 10 damage to enemies, but randomly split. 1 star. Trash. What? That weird. Very weird. And I don't like it. 1 star. Service Bell. 3 mana spell. Discover a class card from your deck and draw all copies of it. So it could potentially be 3 mana draw 2, which is nice. Or if you need something specific. You're discovering. Yeah, I think it's good and versatile. I'll give it 4 stars. Great Hall, 2 mana location with 3 durability. Set up minions attack and health at 3. So works with your dudes obviously, and any other small guy, I guess. And you can also use it against your opponent. So if they have some large, you can make it into a 3/3. It's good and versatile. I think it fits into pretty much the pure Paladin and the dude one. So I'll give it 4 stars. Buffett Bigham. 4 mana 2/4, Battlecry, summon 2 Silverhand recruits, infuse 3, give them +2 attack and Divine Shield. He's pretty solid, honestly. He's probably not just going to be a dude guy. He's going to be probably in the pure Paladin as well. So I'll give him 4 stars. Muckborn Servant, 3 mana 2/4, with Taunt and Battlecry, discover a Paladin card. Yeah, I mean, it basically is like Stonehill Defender, you know. A little bit different, better stat wise. Yeah, I'll give it 4 stars too. I think it's really great. Fits right in for that pure Paladin. And then Sinful Sous Chef, 1 mana 2/1 Death Rattle. Add 2 1, well, you know, they're 1/1 Silverhand recruits your hand. Yeah. So because of that, so dude Paladin, I don't know. I mean, Steward the Steward probably fits into the pure Paladin as well. Probably all of these cards do that make it, except for Divine Toll. Don't touch that card. I think overall, like, this also fits into the pure Paladin well, so I'll give it 4 stars too. I just think Steward the Steward might be one that you can cut, possibly in promotion, but maybe not. No, maybe not. I'm gonna go back on it. I'll put Steward the Steward into the pure Paladin as well. Promotion doesn't though. I don't like promotion for it. So Steward the Steward gets 4 stars along with the Countess and Elite Snobbice. Promotion gets I'll say I guess 3 stars. I don't know. Divine Toll 1 star. Service Bell 4. Great Hall 4. Buffett Bigham 4. Muckborn Servant 4. And Sinful Sous Chef 4. Yeah, like them a lot. So Paladin, pretty cool. I'm definitely going to be trying that one out. I love Paladin. Priest, I don't like Priest much, so this has got to impress me. We got Pelagos Legendary, 3 mana 1/6. After you cast a spell on a friendly minion, set its attack and health to the higher of the 2. Pretty cool. I like the artwork of this guy a lot, by the way. He's pretty cool looking. Yeah, so you got stuff like the Bless and whatnot. It's clearly trying to play into like the Divine Spirit Inner Fire style of deck. And I like how this is a battle cry. Summon a copy of this minion at the end of your turn. Okay. That obviously fits into that deck as well. I haven't seen all of these, obviously. Oof. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say it's okay. I don't love it though. I don't know how much I like it. Do we want to give it 2 stars? I'm feeling that like bad about him. I'm gonna give him 3 stars. I'll be nice. The thing is, I don't see a ton of spells right now that I'm like loving. So he's got to play into that, right? So, anyways, the Harvester of Envy, a 3 mana 4/3 legendary with after you play a card copied from the opponent, steal the original. Wow. So it could be stolen from, I believe, the hand, deck, and battlefield. So this could be nutty. Definitely could be nutty. Based on the steal mechanics that are in the game, I don't think there's like a ton of like cards that you can steal from the opponent. Or a copy of a card from your opponent's hand and deck. Oh. I'm gonna... Wow. Okay. Just because it was copied from your opponent too. Okay, things are starting to churn a little bit. You're a legendary minion. Your opponent guesses. Okay. I'm going to give this 4 stars. Here's the thing. Is it? I mean, it seems busted as hell, right? But is it like that meme niche thing, or is it really busted? I'm afraid to give this 5 stars. Screw it. I'm giving it 5 stars. I'm just doing it. All right. I think just based on this card right here, Identity Thief, you're looking at, you could probably just get up Mind Control for like however much mana. It's pretty nutty. Yeah, I'm gonna give it 5 stars. I like it a lot. Boot of the Ascendant, 4 mana holy spell with give a minion +2 health, summon a Curian with its stats and taunt. So obviously this plays into the Pelagos stuff and a couple other cards. I'm not as huge a fan of it. I'm gonna give it 3 stars. You know, obviously fits on that Pelagos stuff. Mysterious Visitor, 2 mana, 2/3 with Battle Cry. Reduce the cost of cards copied from your opponent by 2. Yeah, definitely pretty cool. I don't know if it's. I feel like it's kind of overkill. I feel like you're basically like gonna be copying something that's probably 7 or less, anyways. So by turn 10, you play this and you steal something, right? I'm gonna honestly give it. I'm gonna give it, I guess, 3 stars instead of 4. I think this one could be cut. I think it's still pretty solid, but I think it could be cut. Clean the Scene, 5 mana holy spell with destroy all minions with 3 or less attack, infuse 3, 6 or less. So the thing with this is Priest doesn't usually play a ton of minions, so it's kind of hard to actually get that infuse off. It's not as easy as the other classes. So because of that, I'm gonna give it 3 stars. The location we got is a 3 mana, 3 durability, give a minion +2/+1, and draw a card. So this is pretty nutty. I'm looking at this card over here to the right, Partner in Crime, and I'm definitely seeing some stuff. This could be insane, and obviously Priest doesn't have a lot of card draw. They're getting Hand of a Doll as a location that you could do 3 times for 3 mana. It's absolutely insane. Here's the thing. I don't know where this fits exactly in like what deck, but I think it fits into every Priest basically. I don't know if like you really put it into anything, but I think it fits into every Priest. And I'm gonna give it 5 stars because of that. Suspicious Usher, 1 mana, 1/3 Battlecry. Discover a legendary minion. If your opponent guesses your choice, they get a copy. I don't think it's as great. I think it's kind of a meme card. I'll give it 2 stars. Partner in Crime, 4 mana, 2/5 Battlecry. Summon a copy of this minion at the end of the turn. So technically, I think this fits into the Pelagos stuff, but because of Cathedral of Atonement, because of how powerful that is. So here's the thing. This card is essentially a 4/10 for 4 mana. A 4/10 for 4 mana. This is what I mean by that. Like, this set, this power creep is insane. A 4/10. I don't think we've ever seen anything even remotely close to that without like a massive downside. There's no downside to this card. Literally none. And then you play Cathedral of Atonement. You don't have to use this turn 3. So turn 4, Partner in Crime. You then have a 4/6, right? So you get an 8/12 on turn 4. I'm giving this card 5 stars. It's insane. All right, Identity Thief, 3 mana shadow spell, excuse me, with discover a copy from your opponent's hand and deck. We just talked about this. So I think this fits obviously into our little Steely Boy Harvester of Envy deck, and I'm gonna say 5 stars. That deck's absolutely nutty. I think that's going to be an insane deck to play against. Especially because you've got Shadow and Holy Spells to deal with. So we've got that Death Rattle 5/5 taunt guy that draws Shadow and Holy Spells. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure you're gonna have other holy stuff that goes with it. I don't know if the Light It Burns is gonna be the one. I absolutely love the text and, like, you know, the card name and the picture, but yeah. 1 mana Holy Spell, Light It Burns, deal damage to a minion equal to its attack. It's a good, like, cheap removal, but I don't think really Priest needs that, so honestly gonna give it 1 star. I think it's like that, like, you don't really need it. Overall though, man, Priest got some... I don't usually like Priest, like I said. And Priest got some bangers. I'm actually very excited about some of these. Next we have Rogue. Rogue has become one of my new favorites, so I haven't seen a lot of these. I gotta, like, really think about them, but I always love Rogue, like Miracle Rogue, Weapon Rogue, whatnot. So we got Necrolord Draka. 4 mana, 3/4 Battlecry, equipped a 1/3 dagger. You get +1 attack for each other card you played this turn. Okay. So Miracle style. I like it. You know me, I like it. I just said that. Let's see. We got anything cheap? Just looking for, like, stuff. Okay. I think overall it's an interesting card. So let's just say you get 4 attack on this, right? So you play 3 other cards. You're looking at 12 damage potentially overall afterwards. I think that's pretty doable. Because of that, I'm gonna give it 4 stars. I think that's pretty doable, and I think you can use a pretty aggressive Priest to do this on. Priest, Rogue, excuse me, jeez. Took that Priest in my mind after that last Legendary. Yeah, I like it. I could see this actually being, like, stupid powerful, but it's too hard, obviously. You just start, like, if this card becomes insane, you play Ooze and you play Taunts, and then you're kind of in trouble. Halkias, 4 mana, 5/4 Elemental Legendary. Interesting artwork. And Death Rattle, if you control a secret, store Halkias Soul inside of it. It resummons Halkias when triggered. Okay, so you gotta have a secret on the board when it dies, then it goes into the secret. When the secret's triggered, it comes back. Huh. I'm looking at the secrets quick. They're not bad. All right, I'm gonna say just based on secret wise, I feel like it's kind of rough to say. Secrets usually for Rogue haven't been the greatest, so I'm gonna give it 3 stars. Like, it just purely based on past performance. Like, this could be powerful if the secrets stay out, but, like, if they get triggered very quickly and they trigger all the secrets and then they kill Halkias, then you got a 4 mana 5/4 that did nothing. So yeah, I'm gonna give it 3 stars. There's a chance. I'm gonna say there's a chance for this. Ghastly Gravedigger, 3 mana 4/3 Battlecry. If you control a secret, choose a card in your opponent's hand to shuffle into their deck. You got actual, like, disruption. I know Trump was talking about this, having disruption and whatnot. And yeah, I mean, this is definitely a real solid card. But trying to think how I feel. Because Halkias, the thing is, like, I could see, like, it doesn't seem like that powerful, you know? Like, it is powerful, but, like, if you don't have a, let's say you top deck this, it sucks, right? Obviously Ghastly Gravedigger, same thing, sucks if you top deck it. I guess technically all of these cards suck if you top deck it, so you really don't want to be top decking with Rogue, right? Yeah, so I guess you can't really do that. You're not going to put yourself in that situation. Let's be realistic. I think it's pretty good. I'm gonna give it 3 stars. I think the secret rogue is gonna be about that. We got kidnapped. Here's one of the secrets. 2 mana secret. Obviously, all of them are 2 mana. And after your opponent plays a minion, stuff it into a 0/4 sack. So, I believe you put this 0/4 sack on your side of the board. They kill it. It goes back into their hand. If I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Return your opponent's kidnapped minion to their hand. Yeah. So, pretty interesting. Yeah, it's just preventing them. I actually think this fits into the Necrolord Draka deck because you play this down, you're trying to prevent them from actually, you know, putting something in your way. Why not? I could see this being placed in there, but I'm still gonna give it 3 stars. I think it's more of a secret card. Sinstone Graveyard, 2 mana location here. 2 durability. Summon a 1/1 Stealth Ghost. Has +1/+1 for each other card you play this turn. So once again, more miracle style stuff, and because it's stealth, it's really interesting. You could buff this bad boy up some more if you have the opportunity. So yeah, I like it. I'm gonna go with Necrolord Draka style. I'm gonna give it 4 stars. It's rated Bone Spike, 2 mana spell, deal 3 damage to a minion. If it dies, your next card this turn costs 2 less. So basically you're paying 2 mana up front for like a backstab, right? It's insane, especially with Necrolord Draka and Sinstone Graveyard. And honestly, I think this is gonna fit in every single rogue card, like rogue deck from now on. Like, that good. I'm gonna give it 5 stars because of that. Like, because of how impactful that card's gonna be for rogue in the future is why I'm gonna give it 5 stars. You know, Dwarf Shadows, 1 mana shadow spell, draw a spell, infuse 2, add a temporary copy of it to your hand. So, yeah, with what we were saying, you're going mad cheap with the rogue right now. It's very aggressive, I'd say, for this style deck, the miracle style. And Dwarf Shadows, I think fits in pretty well. I'll give it 4 stars. Private Eye, 4 mana, 3/4, Battlecry, cast a secret from your deck, and combo cast 2 instead. So here's the thing: if you only play it for for the 1 secret, it's not as useful. If you get both, that's where it's pretty good. I'm gonna skip this. I'm not feeling this already. Yeah. I think it's okay. I mean, it fits in that secret deck, obviously, but overall, like, if you don't cast 2, I don't feel like the value is as great. I finally got 2 secrets left. We got Sticky Situation, 2 mana, obviously, and after your opponent casts a spell, summon a 3/4 spider with stealth. I love it. I think this definitely fits into our. I think it fits into this Necrolord Draka thing. I think what you're doing is you're stealthing everything up as much as possible, and you're just trying to burst them down with stealth guys. So, and I love the artwork of this card too. Absolutely love it. Kind of gives me like Lord of the Rings vibes. I don't know why. So I'm gonna give it actually 4 stars. And then double cross, we get the 2 mana secret here. When your opponent spends all their mana, draw 2 cards. Yeah, 2 mana, draw 2 basically. Really solid. I'm also gonna give this one 4 stars as well. Even though the secret deck I don't think fits in as well, but I think those could fit into the other deck. So I like where Rogue's going. I like it a lot. I think it's gonna be really fun. We'll see how well the secrets do. We'll see how useful Ghastly Gravedigger ends up being, for example. Next we have Shaman, Baroness Vash, 4 mana, 3/6 Naga, legendary. If this would transform into a minion, summon that minion instead. So basically, if you play Evolve, you know, the old Evolve Shaman, this stays the 3/6, and you get that minion, whatever it was going to be. So you get the 5 mana minion. Here's the thing. It's useful because it can't be polymorphed. It can't be hexed, right? Those are nice, but here's the only negative I see. Muck Pools is an example here. Transfer friendly minion to one that costs 1 more. And Convincing Disguise has cost 2 more. The thing is, I don't feel like cards at 5 and 6 slot usually are that great. Like, I don't know how much I'm liking it. I think it's powerful, but you know, getting a 5 cost guy, obviously you play Muck Pools and then you can use it, you know, right away. So it's very good value in that sense. But I'm just saying in the sense of, like, if you're evolving something, you don't like 5 drops. You can get some pretty crappy 5 drops, right? So anyways, I still think it's a great card. I'm going to give it 4 stars. The Stone Right, 4 mana, 5/4 battlecry for the rest of your game. Your totems have +2 attack. Okay, so let's look at totem stuff. Clearly there's totems. Okay. Okay. Turn. Okay. Interesting. I don't like Totem Shaman at all right now. I don't think it looks that great. I'm gonna give it 2 stars. I think totems are gonna be a meme. I don't like it at all. I don't ever usually give Legendary 1 star because usually they're better than 1. Usually they're at least meme worthy. So this one's a meme worthy one. Primordial Wave, 3 mana nature spell. Transform enemy minions into ones that cost 1 less, and friendly minions into ones that cost 1 more. So here's the negative thing about this. Devolve was powerful because it didn't touch your minions and you could trade into them afterwards. But this is just making yours better and theirs worse. But you're, you know, unless you could trade into their minions already with your guys, and then you can evolve your guys and devolve the ones you can't. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's still good, but I don't know if it's as good. So I'm gonna give it 3 stars. I don't know. I can experiment with that one. Gigan Totem. 10 mana 8/8 totem. Cost 1 less for each totem you summon this game. Super cool artwork, by the way. Clearly, you could summon a decent amount of totems, get this pretty cheap, but overall, I still think this totem thing is a meme, so I'm gonna give it 2 stars. Party Favorite Totem, 3 mana 0/3 totem. At the end of your turn, summon a random basic totem, infuse 2, summon 2 instead. So you can get a bunch of the totems. Okay, 2 stars, I guess, because it's the totem meme. But if it wasn't for the totem meme, I'd give it 1 star. Muck Pools, 1 mana location, 3 durability, transform a friendly minion into one that costs 1 more. I like this a lot. Very cheap, very versatile. Obviously, Burn Visage is really nice. But yeah, I'm not seeing a ton here for this evolve stuff. I'm gonna have to look at the other cards that are already out right now. Like, I haven't really thought about other cards, so yeah. But I like Burn Visage enough to where I'll be like 4 stars for this evolve style. I'm sure there's more that's gonna fit into it, so I'll give it 4. Convincing Disguise, 1 mana spell. Transfer a friendly minion into one that costs 2 more. Infuse 4. Transfer all friendly minions instead. Yeah, I like this a lot as well. I think it fits right into the Baron's Visage one. So I'll give it 4 stars. Especially infusing, I mean, you got your totems. Not that, you know, you hear power of the totems, alright? So you can kill off things pretty quickly. Yeah, I like it. So I'll give it 4 stars as well. Criminal Lineup, 8 mana spell. Choose a friendly minion, summon 3 copies of it. Overload 2. So clearly you want to be hitting something big. I mean, Gigantotem is probably the main thing we're thinking of right here. And, let's go down quick. I'm just going to really quickly glance at, see if I see anything. No. I was just looking at the Legendaries really quickly. I can't think. I don't know. I mean, I do think it's going to be decent. I don't think this fits into any of them. Like, Shaman's getting some experimentation stuff, it seems like, right? Like, kind of got a lot of different things. You got Evolve, you've got Totem, and then you got this Big Shaman. And Big Shaman could be definitely interesting, but as of right now, I'm gonna give it the 2-star category. I think it's kind of meme-ish. Shrewd Caretaker, 4 mana, 1/1 to summon a 3/5 elemental taunt. So just has dingoes getting power crept on right now. I don't think him with like +1/+1 is as amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna give it 2 stars as well. Like, it's meh. It's not like amazing or anything. It's okay. A 4/6 obviously is pretty good, but like, I mean, Fairness Vaj is a 3/6 with a really good ability. So, and then Carving Chisel, 2 mana, 1/3 weapon after hero attacks, summon a random basic totem. Same thing. Totem Shaman's 2 stars. Overall, Shaman really underwhelming. I mean, I like Baroness Vaj where it's going, but I don't know if she has enough tools in her kit right now to be useful. Going to Warlock. We got Imp King Rafam, 6 mana, 6/6, Battlecry, Resurrect, 4 friendly imps, infuse 5, give your imps +2/+2. So I already know how powerful the imps are, just off. I mean, you got Flame Imp and whatnot. There's a couple of imps that are already out there, but here's the big boy right here, Mischievous Imp. We're gonna get to him later on, but just letting you know that that's the main reason why we're looking at the imps, and like, yeah, imps are pretty crazy. Imp King Rafam feels pretty good. Trying to think here. You know, I don't know how well. I think you might just not play him. Like, he's pretty good, but I'm thinking like the imp stuff, like, it's probably more of like Zooish. Like, you're just like zerging people down here. That's what my thought is. Like, you might end up playing him, but we'll see. I'm gonna give him 3 stars for right now. Lady Darkfane, 5 mana, 3/6, Battlecry, summon 2 2/1 shades. Each gain a death rattle to cast your last shadow spell. So here's a couple shadow spells: impending catastrophe. Why couldn't I say that word? Catastrophe. There we go. Draw a card, repeat for each imp you control. Suffocate shadows when you play a or discard this. Destroy a random enemy minion. Summon a 3/5 shadow with taunt. If a minion dies this turn, summon another. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of good shadow cards. I know that for a fact. So, Lady Darkfane honestly is like pretty damn good. I'm gonna say Lady Darkfane's honestly gonna be like top tier. I think Warlock's gonna be very scary, so I'm gonna give it 5 stars. Tome Tampering, 3 mana spell, shuffle 1 cost copies of cards in your hand into your deck, then discard your hand. Okay, so it's discard. You're making your big boys cost 1, but you need a way to refill your hand, obviously. So, yeah, that's probably tough to do. I'm sure there's a way to do this like really good, but as of right now, I think it's gonna be kind of tough to deal with. So I'm gonna give it 2 stars. I think it's like a meme, or at least standard. Pending Catastrophe, 2 mana spell, a shadow spell, draw a card, repeat for each imp you control. Absolutely insane. So Impsane, it's Impsane, baby, right? So if you get 2 imps down, you 2 mana draw 2. That's all you need to know. So 5 stars. Yeah, it's this Warlock deck's gonna be nutty. I'm telling you. I'm thinking Imp King Rafam could fit into it, but I think that's the card that you like take out afterwards. I think you make it more aggressive, and you take Imp King Rafam out. But everybody's gonna test it because he's Rafam and it's a legendary. But I think he's the dude you cut. That's my prediction, at least right now. Mischievous Imp, here it is. Here's the boy that I'm telling you right now. Before we even get into it, I can't believe they've even printed a card this powerful. Like, I think it's that nutty. So, and honestly, Priest got one that was pretty damn close I didn't know about. So, yeah. 4 mana 3/3 with Battlecry. Summon a copy of this. So, without doing anything, you play this card. You've got a 6/6 body, right? If you kill 3 minions, which isn't hard, because you're a Warlock. You could play Zoo. You get a 9/9 worth of stats. You get 3/3/3s on the board. All imps. And 9/9 stats right there. That's insane. Insane. No downside, by the way. Literally no downside. 5-star card. It's absolutely insane how strong this card is, I think. Anyway, Suffocating Shadows. 3-mana shadow spell. When you play or discard this, destroy a random enemy minion. So you're going to want to discard this. I think that's the best way to do it. But, I mean, it's basically Deadly Shot. Deadly Shot's okay. I'll give it 3 stars. Mediocre. There's other ways. I can't think of discard right now. I'm sure there's discard stuff, but maybe. Vile Libraries are location. 2 mana with 2 durability. Give a friendly minion +1/+1. Repeat for each imp you control. So, I guess +1/+1 no matter what, then it'll be +2. So it'll be +2/+2 basically if you have 1 imp down. So, yeah. Pretty solid. It sucks that it's only got 2 durability, but I think it's okay. I'll give it 3 stars. Shadow Waltz, 5-mana shadow spell. Summon a 3/5 shadow with taunt. If a minion died this turn, summon another. Trying to think if this fits into the top deck. This is pretty good, especially with Lady Darkfane. The thing with Lady Darkfane is there's numerous cards that can make this card insane, which is why I gave it 5 stars. But Shadow Waltz might be a little slow. It's very good stats, right? 6/10 for 5 is great, but it might not fit into that like aggressive deck that I'm thinking. So I'm gonna give it 4 stars. Shadowborn, 3-mana 3/3 beast with Death Rattle. Reduce the cost of the highest cost shadow spell in your hand by 3. Well, Shadowborn makes all of a sudden Shadow Waltz look a little bit better, being 2 mana, but still, I don't think that's even something you're putting into your deck. I think that's a little bit too slow. I'm going to give Shadowborn 2 stars. I don't think it's a bad card, but I think it's meh. I don't think it's that great. And Flustered Librarian, a 1-mana 1/3 has +1 attack for each imp you control. I mean, 1-mana 1/3 is good stats by itself. And then if you get imps down, you know, you can get this kind of going a little bit crazy. It's going to be 5 stars because it just fits into that crazy deck. Overall, I think Warlock might be the deck to beat. I think that might be the one to beat right there. I think Hunter is going to be pretty close to it, just off of my speculation. But I think that this is the deck to beat. I think this might be the best one. Next, we have Warrior. Remorian Living Blade, 7-mana 4/10 Legendary. With Rush after this attacks equipment. Where's the weapon look like? Remorian Blade. After your hero attacks, return this to the battlefield. So, if we attack, let's just say we attack into something. We take 4 damage. Does that have 6 durability, and then we attack with it, and then it's a 4/5? Is that how it works? I'm thinking that's how it works. If so, that's nutty. Because then you could attack into it 4/10. Let's just say it goes down to a 4/6. Then you attack with your weapon down to a 4/5. It goes back onto the battlefield with Rush again, I believe. It can attack into something else. Then, let's say it lives, it goes back in your hand again with like 1 durability or something, right? That's nutty. What the hell does that even fit into? What? That's just a crazy card. Okay. Oh. Okay. Alright, I don't know where that fits, but I like that card a lot. I'm gonna give it 4 stars. Anyways, Decimator Olgra, 6-mana 3/7 Legendary Battle Cry. Gain +1/+1 for each damaged minion, then attack all enemies. So, including the opponent's board. So let's just say you Whirlwind, you play this. Yeah, I mean, it could be okay. damage stuff usually isn't as amazing though, so I'm gonna give it 3 stars. Damaged, like, warrior's always been like mediocre, usually bad, but this seems like they did pretty well with it. I'd say it's okay. Burden of Pride, 4 mana spell, summon 3 1/3 Jailers with Taunt. You have 20 or less health, which isn't honestly losing that much. It's only a third of your health. Give them +1/+1. The 3/2/4s. Even still, I mean, it's it's 3/9 worth of stats for 4 mana, which isn't bad at all. I definitely like that. But how much do I like it? It's like stalling the board a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna say 3 stars. I think it's okay. Hard to judge. Riot, we got 2 mana spell. Your minions can't be reduced below 1 health this turn. They each attack a random enemy minion. So you play the minions down, and then you play the spell, and they don't have their summoning sickness. They go through, and then if you have rush on them too, you get to attack again, and they still don't die. Definitely interesting. Definitely interesting. Okay, let's see. Is there anything with rush here? No. All right. Craze Rush though. Okay. Anyways, I like that. I honestly like it. I think it could fit into a deck. I think it could be decent. I'll give it 3 stars. I think it could be decent. I'm not saying it's like gonna be, the new Brawl or anything, but I think it could be okay. Suspicious Pirates, 3 mana, 3/4 pirate battlecry. Discover a weapon. If your opponent guesses your choice, they get a copy. I don't think it's that bad. I think. How much do we care about giving our opponent a weapon? I don't think we care as much. I think you do, but like obviously you don't want to give them something good, but I think it's okay. I'll give it 3 stars. I think it's pretty good. Because you're still getting initiative if you could play the weapon. If not, then you're giving them the initiative, I guess, but I guess you're not giving it. And I guess you're not having initiative because you're playing a 3. So say you play this on turn 3, then on turn 4, they, say they start turn 4, they could play the weapon right there. I want to say experimentation of 3 stars here. Conqueror's Banner, 2 mana spell, reveal a card from each player's deck 3 times, draw any of yours that cost more. Ooh, I like that. I've always liked big warrior. I like big stuff anyways. I play a more slow control mid-range like a combo style. I don't usually like aggressive decks, so this is definitely on my alley. The only negative thing is that there's not a lot that they gave us that's expensive here. I'm gonna give it 3 stars just for, I think there could be something there. Depends on what we got for expensive stuff in the neutral slot, and also what's already out there. Sanguine's Depths, 1 mana location with 3 durability, deal 1 damage to a minion and give it +1 attack. So you could play this with that Craze Rush down there, and ping some stuff. I'm sure there's some more synergies. Yeah, I definitely think that there's some combo potential down here. So I'm gonna give it 3 stars. I think this I think Warrior as of right now is just pretty mediocre. It doesn't seem like anything's like real crazy. Imbued Axe is a 3 mana weapon, 2 attack, 3 durability. After your hero attacks, give your damaged minions +1/+1. Infuse, give them +2/+2. So killing 3 off. Yeah, it's somewhat doable. By turn 3, pretty unlikely to get that infuse off, but I still think it's decent. I'll give it the 3 stars too. Anima Extractor, 2 mana, 1/4. Whenever a friendly minion takes damage, give a random minion in your hand +1/+1. I'm gonna say I think this could be decent. I think with like a charge style something combo, you could. And I'm looking at this Craze Rush. There is definitely a way to get this going. And I think this is something that goes with it. So I'm going to give this 4 stars because I like the combo. I'm thinking combo here. And I think there's a way you can get this. This is cheap enough with charge. Get this going. It's buffed up. This could be nutty. Craze Rush 2 mana, 1/4 with has +2 attack and charge while damaged. So technically, you play this on, let's say, turn whatever. It's going to be late game. Right? Hopefully you got it buffed up. But say if it's not buffed up, it's a 3/4 with charge. If you used Seguin's Depths, it's a 4/4 charge. So there's definitely possibilities here. All you got to do is buff it up enough, right? Maybe you buff it up. It's, you know, a 2 thing. You play, maybe give it Wind Fury with that Wind Fury guy at 6 mana. Or you just Faceless Manipulator it. So you buff them up, Faceless Manipulator, do enough damage. I don't know. Maybe the combo's not going to be as good. It's probably not enough damage. We'll see. I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to say the combo's probably going to be good. I bet you somebody figures it out. Somebody smarter than me. 4 stars. I like some of the cards. I like the last 2. The last 2 are really interesting. And this Blade. Living Blade is pretty cool. Overall, though, I think it's okay. And now we're on to the neutrals. So we've got Castle Nathria, 10 mana, 10/10 with Legendary with Lifesteal. Battlecry deal 5 damage among all enemies, and Endless Infuse of 1, so you deal 1 more damage. So every single time something dies while this is in your hand, it gets bigger and bigger. It's kind of like Cthulhu, honestly. It's just like a better Cthulhu. I mean, it's definitely good. Is it going to see a lot of play, though? I don't know. I think it's pretty solid, though. I'll go 4 stars. I think it's pretty solid. Kel'thos Sun Strider. So this is it's another Kel'thos. 6 mana, 4/7. This is a minion version, though. Every 3rd minion you play, each turn costs 0. I don't know what Blizzard realizes. This is probably broken. I mean, it probably is broken in Wild, but even in Standard, I'm sure there's some stuff you could play. You could cheat some stuff out. This is probably going to be nutty. I'm scared of it. Excuse me, jeez. I'm gonna give it 5 stars. I like it a lot. I think it's gonna end up being busted. Yotar the Mad Duke, 4 mana, 3/3 battlecry. Discover a card in each player's hand and swap them. So, if you are playing some weird meme deck and you don't think you can, deal with your opponent stuff, you definitely play this card and swap your crappy stuff with their good stuff, right? Obviously, there's more to it than this. So, if combo becomes something, and you know roughly when the combos are going to take off or whatever, I would say this card sees a lot of play. If combo's not a thing, I'm probably saying it doesn't see any play. So, it's very dependent on the meta, and let me look at some of these here. Do I think combo is going to be something? I don't think Rogue's going to end up being super big. I'm going to say no. I don't think the card's going to be as good as people think. I bet you people overvalue it because of the effect. I think it's going to be a 2-star card. I think it's going to be played around, memed it, but I don't think it's going to be seeing like a stupid amount of play and like super useful. Anyways, Prince Renethal, we already have this card. 3 mana, 3/4. Your deck size and starting health are 40. We've already seen how this card is. It literally is meta defining. So one card came out of the set, this card, and it literally shifted things around like crazy. So you got to give it 5 stars. You got to give it the due it deserves, right? It's pretty crazy. Murloc Holmes, 3 mana, 3/4 battlecry. Solve 3 clues about your opponent's cards to get copies of them. I do want to actually, before I talk about it, I believe. Let's see if it's in here. Yeah, where are you, Murloc Holmes? There we go. Does it say anything about him? I guess not. So, I can't remember exactly, but it's something weird like you gotta guess a card that started in their deck, a card that's in their hand, that started in their hand, and something else. And if you guess all three, you get something. You get copies of them. It's interesting. It's a meme. It's 2 stars. I like the card though. Insatiable Devourer, 9 mana, 4/4 battlecry. Devour an enemy minion and gain its stats, and infuse 5 and its neighbors. Okay, that's a pretty good big boy card. I like it a lot, but it is 9 mana. Could be rough to play. I'm gonna give it 3 stars. I think it's kind of rough to play. Party Crasher, 8 mana, 7/9 battlecry. Choose an enemy minion and throw a random minion from your hand at it. Okay, that's awesome. I love that card. I love the text of it, and yeah, if you're playing big boys, this is awesome. So I'll give it 3 stars. I think the big boy thing is going to be kind of 3 stars. Sinfield Golem, 7 mana, 2/2, infuse 3. Gain stats equal to the attack of the minions that infuse this. So, obviously, even if you make this into huge, it's just a big stat stick. So, it doesn't really do anything. Because of that, I don't think it's going to see any play. I'll give it 1 star. Demolition Renovator, 4 mana, 4/4 battlecry, destroy an enemy location. This is all dependent on how great the locations end up being. I think that they're pretty solid. But it definitely depends on the locate, I guess, what class is played, right? So we'll see. I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars just because we don't know how actually useful it's gonna end up being. If it's definitely a 5 out of 5 tech card, but I could definitely see some of those locations like end up not getting played if you play like just super straight up aggro, right? So that's the reason why. Ashen Elemental, 3 mana, 2/4 Elemental, Battlecry. Whenever your opponent draws a card, next turn they take 2 damage. There's probably something here, but there's not enough. It's definitely a 1-star card, it's straight up bash. So, Famished Fool, 5 mana, 3/5 Battlecry, draw a card, infuse 4, draw 3 instead. If you can get this to draw 3, this is absolutely insane. This is probably going to be one of the most played cards, I'm guessing, if you can get this infused off effectively. And I think you probably can get it off enough on some of those, you know, zoo style decks. I'm going to give it 5 stars. I think it's that good. Steam Cleaner, 5 mana, 5/5 mech with Battlecry. Destroy all cards in both players' decks that didn't start there. Okay, so if we shuffle anything into the deck, that obviously gets destroyed. Yeah, I think it's interesting. I think it's kind of mediocre though. Let me go 3 stars. I think there's definitely an opportunity for it to be good, but as of right now, let me give it 3 stars. Dispossessed Soul, 4 mana, 4/5 Battlecry. If you control a location, discover a copy of a card in your deck. Okay, I like it a lot. I mean, Chillwind Yeti stats with just an upside. Locations definitely will probably stick around. They're all cheaper than 4. Yeah, I think this is great. I'll give it 4 stars. Invitation Courier, 3 mana, 3/4 Battlecry. After a card is added to your hand from another class, copy it. This is pretty much a priest and a rogue card only. Think about it. So yeah, I mean, I think I could see it being played. Mainly in rogue. I think I could see it being played. I'll give it 3 stars. Crooked Cook, 2 mana, 1/4. At the end of your turn, if you dealt 3 or more damage to the enemy hero, draw a card. Ooh, that could be pretty spicy. It's really easy to deal 3 damage. I mean, if you play Flame Imp on turn 1, just hit him in the face and play Crooked Cook, you draw a card. A 1/4. Definitely doable. I'm gonna guess that ends up making some pretty good decks. I'm gonna say 4 stars. I don't know if that ends up making it 100%, but it definitely has the opportunity. Stoneborn General, 10 mana, 8/8 with Rush and Death Rattle. Summon an 8/8 Bravewing with Rush. So this is that big boy deck that we're talking about here. It fits into the Druid obviously too, but I'm gonna give it 3 stars. The big boy stuff still just doesn't seem, this didn't like sell me on it. Red Herring, 7 mana, 3/12 beast with taunt. Your non-red herring minions have stealth. Wow. Okay. I love the artwork of this. I love like the style and everything. Like, and giving minions stealth is pretty good. I'm sure there's some little niche deck that's out there that could be playing this. You play this and you're protecting your guys with stealth, basically. Obviously, they could play Flamestrike or something and do something, but yeah, I like it a lot. I'm gonna give it 3 stars just because of it. Other than that, I don't think it would be played too much, but I definitely think that there's a chance of giving stealth to everybody. Bog Beast is 6 mana, 3/6 with taunt. Death Rattle, summon a 2/4 Muckmare with taunt. Yeah, so this is basically Sludge Belcher style. This is really sticky and annoying. It'll be played. So the negative is the Reborn guy that's 6 mana, 3/4. The thing with him was he also healed you for 3, so basically 6 health. This is worse than him, definitely, but it's still pretty good. I think it'll be played pretty good amount. I'll give it 3 stars. Masked Revealer is a 6 mana, 4/4 the rush. Death Rattle, summon a 2/2 copy of another minion in your deck. That could be interesting. That could end up seeing some weird deck out there. I'm sure there's something that we could see. I'll give it 2 stars. I think it's a meme, but I think there's something there. I think there definitely is. Sin Runner is a 5 mana, 6/5 beast with Death Rattle, destroy a random enemy minion. I think it's okay. I'll give it 3 stars. I think there's a chance for it. Stoneborn Accuser, 5 mana, 5/5, infuse 5, gain Battlecry, deal 5 damage. Obviously, if you get the infuse off, but I think it's a little bit too much, honestly. 5, a little bit too much. I'm gonna give it 1. Yeah, I'm gonna give it 1 star. Muck Plumber, 5 mana, 5/5. All minions cost 2 more. We've seen cards like this that disrupt things pretty well, and these are really annoying. There's definitely a way that this ends up being seen, and Masked Revealer is actually a card, now I'm thinking about it, that could do it. But Muck Plumber could be something stupid. Because I know somebody's going to figure something out, I might even try to do it once I do my experimentation and stuff, like figuring things out, theory crafting wise. I could see this getting 4 stars. Murloc. Wow, that's an amazing card, by the way. 4 mana, 3/4 Murloc with lifesteal, infuse 4. This costs 0. Alright, once again, Blizzard, we're talking to you real quick. You know that 0 cost cards always been a problem, and they're always busted, right? Right. 5 stars. Scuttlebutt's Ghoul, 4 mana, 2/5 with taunt, Battlecry. If you control a secret, summon a copy of this. Okay. That's actually not bad. It's not bad. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. The secret stuff seemed mediocre at best, so I'm gonna give it 3 stars. Forensic Duster, 3 mana, 3/4 Battlecry. Your opponent's minions cost 1 more next turn. We've seen some disruption like this also played. And yeah, I mean, I could see this, I can definitely see this being played. I think it's an experimentation. I don't think it's as good as something like Muck Plumber, but I think it could definitely be played. I'll give it 3 stars. Dinner Performer, 3 mana, 2/3 Battlecry. Summon a random minion from your deck that you can afford to play. Oh. Wow, this card's really good. Okay, so essentially, even if you oh, it's 3 mana. Wow, I thought it was a 2 mana, 2/3. Anyway, still, it's still very good. Well, maybe it's not as good. Man, I really thought this was a 2 mana, 2/3. I read this completely wrong. I don't know why I did that. Man, that sucks. If this is a 2-mana 2/3, this card is like stupid powerful. I think it's still decent, but this is like a card you want to top deck. You're thinning out your deck, and you're kind of wanting to like pull something decent, but now I lost my hype. Man, it killed me. I'm gonna give it 2 stars. It killed me. Preview painting, 3 mana 0/6. After a minion dies, become a copy of it. So if you can play something with a nice cool death rattle, that cool little death rattle, and then you kill it off, play this guy down for 3, works out. I don't know if you become a copy of like the starting stats. I'm guessing that's what it is. I think there's definitely some experimentation to be had here. 3 stars. Anonymous Informant is a 2-mana 2/3 battle cry. The next secret you play costs 0. No. Why do you gotta do this to me? Blizzard. I hate secrets so much. Why you gotta do this to me? Card's gonna be stupid busted. All the secret stuff now just went down the drain. I was giving them all like 3 stars. I didn't think any of them were that great. You get a card like this, it just becomes like stupid busted. I'm sticking with it though. I'm still giving it 3 stars. Priest of the Deceased, 2-mana 2/3 taunt, infuse 3, gain 2 +2/+2. Yeah, it's kind of, this is like the pack filler. I'll give it 1 star. Volatile Skeleton, 2-mana 2/2 death rattle, deal 2 damage to a random enemy. We're just giving it 3 stars because of the Volatile Mage, but overall, it's not very good. Sketchy Stranger, 2-mana 2/2 battlecry, discover a secret from another class. Yeah, I think that's actually really good. And I think that fits into the Secret Rogue pretty well, you know. So maybe Secret Rogue gets a little bit better from that, but overall, I think it's okay. I'll give it 3 stars too. Maze Guide, 2-mana 1/1 battlecry, summon a random 2-cost minion. So you'd have to do the math here and calculate out what's the chance of you getting a, you know, a decent 2-drop. You know, are you getting like a 2/3 on average, a 3/2 on average? Because if so, then it's obviously good. But if you're most likely gonna get like, you know, if there's like 1/2s, like a lot of them, or 1/1s, some weird stuff, then you're screwed. But I'm gonna guess overall this is pretty solid. But you probably want to actually choose like the 2-drop you want. So I'll give it 3 stars. Roosting Gargoyle, 2-mana 2/3 battlecry, give a friendly beast +2 attack. I don't think this fits into almost anything. I'm gonna guess this ends up doing something decent, but I'm gonna give it 1 star. Treasure Staff, 1-mana 1/2 battlecry, give minions in your hand +1 health. Wow, what? What? All right. Wow, that's a card. Holy shit. I'm gonna give that 5 stars. I bet you that sees so much play. That's a lot. Alright, anyways. And then Sinstone Totem, a 1-mana 0/3 totem with, at the end of your turn, gain +1 health. So, do we have any other totem crap other than, like, what else did Shaman have, right? Nope. You know, there's something there. I think in Wild there's something there, but in Standard, we give it 2 stars because of Totem Shaman. Anyways, there is some massive power creep in this set, I feel. This set is insane, guys. So, there's a lot of theory crafting going to be going on. Hopefully you guys enjoy, and I will see you in that video.